Hey guys, coming at you at supersonic speeds. Props to you if you get that reference. I've been wanting to do that for like 3 videos now, and so I finally decided to make a casual enough one while I'm working on a bigger Dark Magician deck profile thing. Oh man. So I've been like writing out what I want to say beforehand, and as it turns out, I've gotten what, like 7, 8 pages of writing now. It's granted it's double spaced, but still. Oh man, it's gonna be a great video to work on. It's gonna be take so long, probably like 5, 6 hours to get all the images and put them into GIMP, so I could edit them. By the way, the flopping thing is my dog. Don't worry about him. Anyways, we're gonna get right into it. So, thank you for person who requested this. I was so flattered. It made me feel so good inside. This deck that I have adjusted a little bit is not quite the same deck you saw in the Psy-Frames versus Kozmo video I made. This one is a little bit more offensive because I wanted it to brick less while doing more of what I wanted it to do better. So the main changes I made was I took out the traps and I took out the... Sorry, that noise was my dog laying down. So I took out the traps and I took out the card Ds and I got rid of one pot of duality. And I did this so I could have room for my speed recoveries and my 1-for-1 and my foolish burial, so I could get more speedroid plays, because I just made a video on the speedroid engine. So go watch that too. I won't explain the speedroid engine in such detail here. Anyways, I did that so I could have more plays in my extra deck, so I can reuse Terratops more than once, because if you only have one red-eye dice, then using speed recovery on Terratops won't give you anything. It'll just be pointless. Anyways, so instead of our 3 card Ds and our like 3 traps or whatever I was running, I got my Terratops, my Quasar-Board for Trishula plays, and double synchro. Ooh, excuse me, I just ate, so talking makes me burpy. Our Quasar-Board for our Trishula and Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss, and our Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon plus Omega or Abyss plays. It's a great combo. I'll show it to you guys in a second if I can do it again. Anyways, so we have our 2 jet synchrons, because with just one, if you hit it in your hand, you basically make all of these cards completely useless towards making your Quasar, which is bad because that means you're effectively wasting 2 spaces in your extra deck. We have 2 red-eye dice, as I explained, so we can use Terratops to search red-eye dice more than once. It does make the deck a little brickier, but if you're running 1-for-1 and Foolish with speed recovery, it makes it a lot less bricky, and I didn't know that whenever I was first making this deck. We have our 2 instant fusions and our 2 emergency teleports. Only 2 instant fusions. You don't need 3 instant fusions. It's blech. If we could use more than one Norden, we'd use more than one Norden and 2 instant fusions, or 3 instant fusions, or whatever. But we don't. So, this is what we got. This is what we got. I had something I wanted to say. I can't remember it now, so that's okay. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna shuffle our deck a little bit, see if we can't get a good play. All right. So we have our play. I love this shuffle function on Dev Pro and IGO Pro. Look at that. Look at there. So beautiful. So beautiful. Anyways, I'll show you guys the combo. We're just gonna go into AI. This is the second take. Don't worry about it. I'm not gonna explain what happened at the first take. It got all sticky. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Alright, so this is actually a fairly decent starting hand. We can use Terratops, the special summon itself, to search out a red-eye dice, which is initially what we need for our combo. And in case you guys are wondering, to get the 2 card Quasar, which is what this deck is, I actually forgot to say that. It's okay though. We need a Terratops and either a instant fusion or a emergency teleport in our hand. Because we run Psy-Frames, we don't need to run a Krebens or anything for that. We can use Omega or Delta as a target for emergency teleport so we can get our Quasar. One of the major things I changed in this deck is I run 2 Jet Synchrons because I think it's a good enough card to warrant it being in this deck. 2 of them instead of 1. With just 1, which is what I used to do, if I opened with it in my hand, even if I had my Terratops and Instant Fusion or Mercy Teleport, I could not get Quasar because, well, I already explained it in the other deck. Okay. Anyway, so we use we normal summon Red Eye Dice to make, and use its effect to make Terratops level 2. Did I say Terratops? I said Red Eye Dice. Make Terratops level 2. It gives us a sync 3 of Goyo Defender. And we use Goyo Defender's effect to special summon another Goyo Defender. And we use the other Goyo Defender's effect to use its effect again to get another Goyo Defender. So that's 1 card with 9 levels. Super dank, bro. Super dank. So we're gonna use Emergency Teleport. We're gonna use Delta, because Delta's my least favorite Psy-Frame gear. Gonna go for Axel Synchron, because that's our tuner, and it becomes level 6 after we use its effect to dump Jet Synchron to the grave. And that is Quasar. We've already used our normal summon, so that's not gonna be ideal. But what I can see right now is that with Speed Recovery, I can bring back Terratops, and I can use Jet Synchron's effect from Grave to make a Herald of the Arclight. Oh, and we have a beta in hand just for lols. And so we're just gonna end turn there and see what happens. See if we can't pull this off, this combo. What's he gonna do? He's just gonna die on the inside. He gave up. He gave up with life. Alright, so we're just gonna use Speech Recovery. Gonna get Terratops. No. Don't use his effect. It's already GG, but I just want to show you another combo because I can. So this was with 3 cards. With 3 cards, we are going to make a... what are we gonna make, actually? We are going to make a... Oh shoot! Oh shoot! I actually had a rank 7 play. It's hilarious. Let's get for Zeta. Boop. And because I can. Yep, GG. Alright, so... I know I'm only like 5 minutes or something, so I'm just gonna show you guys another combo you can do. So let's say we were running my deck that only had the 1 Jet Synchron. So instead of a driver, we're gonna say we had a Jet Synchron in my hand, alright? And what this would mean is I could not get Quasar. So there's actually other combos I can do with this sort of hand. We're gonna start, and I'll give you some explanations as to why we're running Foolish Burial and Speed Recovery, because those cards are insanely important in Psy-Frames right now with this build. I didn't quite get it whenever I was first building the deck because that's sort of amateurish, and the only reason I was running it is because it costed less than an Omega. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna do our combo, except this time what we're gonna do is we're gonna special summon Terratops, and then instead of searching for Red Eye Dice, we're gonna get our Teketenborg. We're gonna go for our Teketenborg. And what we can then do is we can use Teketenborg's effect, special summon itself, use our Emergency Teleport to get out Delta again. Sweet. We can special summon our Scarlight. And there's another way to do this, and I'll show you that way in a second too. But this way, we can then normal summon our Jet Synchron. Yep. Special summon our Abyss. There's a way to do this more efficiently, but I didn't want to do it that way. And what we have now is we also have, on next turn, is we have a Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. It's 1 turn slow, but that's okay. But what Arcane Abyss does is basically like a Quasar that keeps the card on the field. So we can activate Speed Recovery, special summon Teketenborg. Yep. Red Eye Dice. Normal summon Red Eye Dice. Ooh, the burps. The burps I ate. It's really hard to do talking things after you eat. It doesn't work. So make Terratops level 3. We can then either go for Zeta or Fairy Dragon. we're gonna go for Zeta because I'm playing Psy-Frames. Having a Zeta engrave is a pretty decent thing, so we can then activate you. Oh, yeah. Right. See, this is whenever you know you've played enough of a deck to be able to subconsciously do choices like this. And we can add beta back to hand. I could have made that so much higher attack. And then that was what? I guess that's like a 4-card combo. Anyways, that's the other combo you can do with this. Granted, you need a Synchro Dragon to be able to pull off the combo in real life. But the cool thing is about this deck is, actually, as I was about to say that, I realized that that's what, like, $100 and 3 cards with just Trishula, Crystal Wing, and Omega, and then another $10 for Scarlet Light. Yeah, never mind. Never mind. Well, I mean, if you didn't have the Trishula or the Crystal Wing or the Omega, you could still make Abyss and Quasar super cheaply, which is what I had. Well, I actually had a Trishula because I pulled it, but that doesn't count, alright? It doesn't count. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Thanks for the guy who requested it. I made me feel so good. Anyways, I will see you guys in my Dark Magician deck profile that's going to be coming out soon. Lots of work being done on that. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. Later.